So welcome back for tip number 2 with resume writing. So in tip number 1, we talked about framing your resume for what you're looking for. So your resume is fine-tuned to the job that you're seeking. Now in tip 2, we're going to talk about getting started with the resume. So one of the main features or the opening act, so to speak, with your resume is a summary. Some resumes have this, some don't. A lot of resumes nowadays do have it. So it's just a brief paragraph, a little less than a paragraph, maybe 5 sentences or less, that really kind of like captures who you are as a person as it relates to your current and past experiences for the job that you're seeking. Looking at my notes here. So this is a brief summary. It should illustrate the skills that will be best suited for this job that you're seeking. So this little exercise you did in tip 1, where I had you to write things down, will really help you with this. So if you could go back to whatever you wrote down for tip 1, look over those things that you wrote down, those key things that you've been doing in your past jobs and a current job, and any affiliations that you've been involved with, to help you create your summary, your opening for your resume, so to speak. Let's see. When constructing your resume, you want to think about the keywords that capture the essence of a job. So one thing before I go further with this, when I'm talking about keywords for a job, I'm mentioning that because in the past, a lot of organizations, when they sought to bring on a new person to fill a role, they looked through thousands of resumes. That's really old school. Most jobs, some of them are still doing that depending on the size of the organization. But what a lot of people I find are not aware of, and of course, why would they be aware? I only know from being in HR for a number of years and knowing about the software that they use. But the majority of your organizations are using software that allows them to take that resume that you submit and look for keywords that match a position that they're trying to fill. That helps them cut down on the number of resumes that they have to spend time searching through. Because even though they're going to look through those resumes that this search yields based on what they're looking for, it will cut down on them. It will weed out, I should say, how do I want to put it? It'll weed out all the ones that they're not interested in looking at, that will not even relate to the job that they're trying to fill. So you want to make sure you're using keywords, not just in the rest of your resume, but starting from this little summary, this caption at the top of your resume. So I have an example here that I thought of that would help. So say, for example, you're applying for a manager position. A line like creatively leads team members in collaboration for effective process changes might be a little bit better than just stating in that summary, I manage a department. See what I'm saying? Because I'm using the word collaboration. That gives the people who are looking at my resume an idea of, okay, a little bit more into, okay, how do I manage? Creatively leads. That means because a lot of organizations are looking for people who not just lead, but can think outside the box. How well do they think about how to solve problems? Are they strategic? So just using some words here. So if that software they're using is looking for certain words depending on the position you're applying for, it kind of it's like, ooh, we got to match on this word, match on that word. So you got to think about the role that you're applying for and what may be the description. Again, that's why in tip 1 I had you to look at if it's an existing job description already out there. Look at that job description. It will help you get an idea of what you want to put in your resume. But I want to point out here, do not do this. Do not make up things. You will be found out. Trust me. I've known it to happen. Do not make up things that you have not done. The thing I'm trying to get you to think about is things that you do. A lot of people don't even realize that they're experienced to do, but maybe it's not in their current job description. Maybe it's never been part of their job description. But I can't tell you how many people I talk to and they've been doing things, and it's normal nowadays. They've been doing things that were not in their job descriptions. They weren't getting paid to do it, but they've been doing it on a regular basis. They have the experience to lead, for example, but it wasn't really part of their role. So you want to take note of that. Let's see if I missed anything else here. So yeah, that is an example. Think about keywords. So you've gone through tip 1, tip 2, thinking about writing your summary. Make sure you look at everything that you want to capture with this resume and put it in that summary, okay? So I'll be talking to you in another day with my tip 3. See ya.